So good morning all. So on behalf of Opti Automation System Solutions Private Limited, I welcome all for this AI Conclave 2026. So my name is Madan Karthikeyan. I work as a tech lead and also I take care of the operations of Chennai. So every Saturday, last Saturday of every month, we conduct tech meet. So instead of tech meet, this month, we are starting with AI Conclave 2026. We have invited various professors from various colleges. So I welcome all the professors. First, Dr. Dinigan. So he is the professor School of Computer Science and Applications, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram campus. Welcome, sir. I also welcome Dr. Shanmugam, Assistant Professor, Department of Data Science, SRM IST, Ramapuram campus. I also welcome Dr. Vijayalakshmi ma'am, Associate Professor, Data Science, SRM IST. Welcome, ma'am. I also welcome Dr. Vijayalakshmi ma'am, Professor NED, Department of ESC, ECE, Wales Institute of Science and Technology and Advanced Studies. I also welcome an interesting person, Mr. Senthil Kumar, who is from Caterpillar. So everybody knows what is Caterpillar. It is an earth moving company. It manufactures earth moving and other all machine tools. So I welcome all, and also we are with us interns and students of various colleges. So sorry, this meeting got delayed by 30 minutes. So now we'll start with a few things. So before we start, I'll ask questions. I asked a question for my internship students. So what do you mean by conclave? So we have a word called AI Conclave. What do you mean by conclave? This is for students, intern students. I just want to know. So when you come for something, you should know the meaning of this. What is conclave? For intern, we have a lot of interns. We also have students from various colleges. What do you mean by the word conclave? Okay. So conclave means a gathering of group or association. So here we have a group of people. So maybe you can say education academicians and also from industries. So a conclave is nothing but a gathering of group or association people. Okay, let me go into the introduction. So on automation, our headquarters is in California. This is the development center in Chennai. So we are about 30 plus people working around the globe. So three things we do. Mainly we concentrate on AI, chip design, and quantum computing. So here, if you can see the first slide. So here I'm talking about object automation along with Open Power Foundation. So what is Open Power? So Open Foundation, we know that. So Open Power Foundation is a non-profit organization from IBM. So it was started by IBM mainly for the people of EC people, EEE people who are interested in chip design. So now in India, so a lot of chip making manufacturing companies are coming. So there are a lot of opportunities for students who are doing EC and EEE. So they can make a career in chip design. So Open Power Foundation, what does it do? Any student or working professional can become a member. So in engineering colleges, there are some students from DCE, SRM. So we have intern students from SRM, Katangalutur. They know very well. Last November also, we conducted a 3-day global workshop there. So mainly in various colleges, they procure something called CAD and Synopsys. Those are all paid tools which cost more than 50 lakhs. So and also some colleges may not afford. And also students, once they complete, they may not have access to these tools. So what? Once a student becomes a member of Open Power Foundation, they can become a member of this foundation. They can have access to these tools. There is something called Open Road. Similar to Cadence and Synopsys, there is an open source tool called Open Road. They can access this. So by accessing this tool and by becoming a member, they can do a lot of projects related to chip design. So from scratch to making a chip. So these are the first two things. Next, what is the mission? So when you say sovereign, so sovereign means independent. Like ChatGPT, it was all done by US people. Now we are DeepSeek from China. So what is India doing? So we want to create our independent AI. So like ChatGPT or something, we want to do something independent, autonomous from India. So that means sovereign means independent. We know what is AI, artificial intelligence, semiconductor, quantum, HPC, high performance computing ecosystems. So these are the four things. So this is our mission where we can't consider these four things. And three strategic pillars. So technical enablement, development, and research and innovation. So now mainly with respect to technical enablement, we do a lot of courses for colleges, AI, Gen A education, open power training. So open power training means it involves simply said certifications. So we provide certifications like we have a course called IBM Care Education Program where any engineering student can parallelly do this certification. So they'll get an engineering degree as well as the certification from IBM. So every semester they will be training various things. So that is certification. Center of Excellence. So we have set up Center of Excellence in Mysore. That is one of the oldest university called National Institute of Technology and Shastra Institute Tanjavur. So when you say COE, it means procuring order and software for various universities and colleges. That is COE. So now from COE we have moved into global COE development. So currently working on various projects, AI infrastructure, semiconductor projects. So we have our AI person, AI engineer, chip design engineer. They'll give more information about this. So we do something called interview board with respect to AI infrastructure and with respect to semiconductor. Along with IIT Bombay, we are doing a EC project. So some of the projects, what we do, they'll be giving you more information like FPGA solutions, enterprise AI. So these are the things with respect to development. Research. So we know that whenever we want to develop something, we need to have research and innovation. So now in the next decade, 10 years, so AI, chip design, quantum computing. These are the three things it's going to take us. So anybody who learns this, they will have a good career. So quantum computing. So we know cloud computing, similar to that, quantum computing. So all these days we're using CPU, GPU. So how do you do with the help of quantum computing? Advanced semiconductor research, AI plus HPC, a combination of artificial intelligence plus high performance computing. So these three things. So these are three strategy pillars. So okay. So next is we can see. So here, if you can see here, we are trying to build intelligence, build AI infrastructure, deployed everywhere. So this is our tagline. So you want to build intelligence, build AI infrastructure, deployed everywhere. So as you see, on the mission, we focus on AI solutions and chip design services. These are the two things. So along with Open Power Foundation, we do this. So as in the future with AI, quantum computing, and semiconductors. So in short, you can say from silicon to intelligence. So silicon means chip. So intelligence means artificial. So from infrastructure to impact. So this is our vision. So AI ready complete platforms. So we are trying to establish in various universities and colleges AI ready complete platforms. Open semiconductor ecosystems, like we said, Open Road, a tool from IBM, open. Then quantum enhanced computing solutions, industry specific AI applications. So mainly AI is used in healthcare, finance, various domains to be specific. So industry specific AI applications. Future workforce development programs. So now we have students. So what the future is going to be? How do you make them employable ready? So that is for future workforce development programs. So in short, we say democratize AI infrastructure for enterprises, universities, startups, and governments. So now we have now if you can see, these are end-to-end innovation stack. So we have 4 layers on semiconductor layer where we talk about open power, AI accelerators, FPGA. So FPGA is a device, a board, basic, application specific, integrated circuit. So with these are things we do with respect to semiconductor layer. With respect to infrastructure layer, we do AI clusters, HPC, high performance computing, edge AI. So what is HPC? When you want to process large amounts of data, we need servers. So we need to process data parallelly, store data in large amounts. So we use HPC. So we are tied up with University of Oregon. So people who are doing Gen A course, we give them credentials to access to University of Oregon, the servers. Hybrid cloud. So we know cloud. So yeah, public cloud, private cloud. Hybrid is something but a combination of public and private. So the third layer is intelligence layer. So Gen AI, Gen AI, agentic AI, industrial LLMs. So AI, when I talk about, so we have ma'am from ECE. So there are some people from various, there are some people from different, apart from AI. For them, I'm explaining. So what is AI? It all started from machine learning. Then it went to deep learning. Then it Gen AI. So chatbot, chat GPT, what does it do? You give some input, it gives you a text or an audio or a video or image. So that is Gen AI. It generates things. Now, agentic AI. So where it is going, you have some tool, it is going to do some action autonomously. So I'm going to explain about N8N. It is the workflow automation tool. So how does agentic AI is nothing but an AI agent which does work by itself. There is no manpower needed for this. So future there. So quantum computing, quantum AI. So as I talked about AI, chip design, quantum computing. So this is our future there. So these are the sectors. So the end to end. So we design a product, we deploy it in a end to end. So starting from designing to building it. So mainly AI is used in manufacturing, healthcare, education, energy and utilities. So even though we use AI in many domains, it is mainly used in manufacturing sector, healthcare, and education. So and also in government defense. So now a lot of governments have started implementing AI application, defense, financial services. So I request everybody to join the AI infrastructure revolution. So what do you mean by that? So AI centers of excellence. So I told you a lot of colleges, universities, they have started employing centers of excellence. Semiconductor and chip design labs. So the many departments like ECE, EEE, they started having a lab exclusively for semiconductor and chip design. Open Power AI infrastructure. So Open Power, like as I told you, it is a non-profit organization started by IBM, mainly for students and working professions. Quantum computing enablement. So next is going to be a quantum computing era. Then workforce development. So how do you make the engineering students, arts and science students employability? How do you generate employment? So during when they finish the at the end of the last semester, they should be replaceable. So that is workforce development and certification. So there are a lot of certifications from Microsoft, IBM. So all these things we do. Research and innovation partners. So we are tied up with Dell, Microsoft, HP. With various companies, we are tied up. We have a partnership with them. So as I see, the future will belong to those who build it. So now life is full of continuous learning. So once you finish college, you need to now also you're learning. It has to be a continuous process. So this is the last slide about OA. So here, if you can see, object automation open power. So Mr. Ganesan Sami, who is the CEO of this company, is also the president of the Open Power Foundation. So it is a non-profit organization started by IBM mainly for EC and EEE students to develop a career in chip design. Open Power. So there are a lot of things you can do with becoming a member of Open Power. So we have here global academic collaborators. Since our head office in California, we can see we have tied up with various universities: University of Oregon, Oregon State University, University of California, Santa Barbara campus, Michigan State University. So these are the universities in US. So these are things we do. We provide course offerings, infrastructure, and for practical exposure, faculty development program, workshops and certification, center of excellence. So this is my first presentation. So you have any questions? You want me to answer anything elaborately on these topics? So I'm going to talk about it. OA tree. Tree. So how can you develop a career? So we know education is the root of everything. So without base root, we cannot develop. So here, if you can see, we have a tree type thing. So everything starts with the foundation, the root. Then it's split into 4 branches. So here, if you can see, what are the foundation? So training. So that is provided by your university or colleges. So that is the very foundation. Training from various universities, colleges, or from training in what do you call, like our company. So we are providing training on various courses. That is the first thing, foundation. Then mentorship. So mentor mentee. Every college has a mentor mentee. Every professor has some mentee. So professor will guide the students. So what they are do based on the strengths, weaknesses, and they identify, they guide them. So every college has a mentor-mentee relationship. So the mentorship is very important. So when you join any company, there will be a manager who will be a mentor. So training, mentorship, hands-on projects. So those days, only after finishing a graduation, you get placed and there you learn. But now what the companies are expecting is you need to do some hands-on projects. Either during your college itself, maybe third year, fourth year, you have to do parallel do some course. Learn you have to upskill, like learning what is cloud computing, what is BI tool, what is agentic AI. So whatever you learn is not going to go waste. Okay. So what are related to your department? Suppose people are doing CSC, they can learn about SQL. SQL is very important. They can learn about Python. Python everybody will be learning. Agentic AI, Gen AI. So they have to create projects. They have to showcase those projects in LinkedIn. So then only they have a higher chance of getting a job. So that is what the industry needs. So hands-on projects. So by the time you finish your college, you need a lot of hands-on projects. You have to expect your prospective employer. Then AI and chip design skill. This is for AI is nothing but for computer science students. Chip design. So skills. So what are the skills you need with respect to chip design? With respect to AI, Python libraries, then machine learning, algorithms, deep learning, algorithms, giant AI. So how does it work? Agentic AI. So these things you need to explain to them. So you have to learn this. So open core, this is for EC 3D students. Then research mindset. Always I asked you what is conclave. So when you go for something, you need to have a curious mindset. So what is this? What are the questions they may ask me? So you have to be prepared when you go for some interview or come for some meeting like this. So you have to have a curious mindset. So we have a person also from Caterpillar who is doing research. So we need to have a research mindset. With whatever domain you are, in education or teaching or any industry, we need to do some research in this exposure. So as our students, we may not have, but you need to gain some industry exposure. So this is the foundation. So once you have the root, which is the base, you will go up. So what you can do? There are 4 different branches. So one is the industry career. So what are, you can see the various companies. So you can become an employee of these companies like IBM. So our founder was an employee of IBM for 27 years. So like this Amazon. So these are top-notch companies. We can start applying for snowflake. So all these things. Then academic research. So you can become a member of IIT faculty member. IIT, whereas right now we have a lot of IITs, IIT, IIT is there, NIT is there, like SR University is there. So now being a professor, starting with a lecture. So you can also do in the education, where you have a lot of opportunities. Research labs. So a lot of universities they are studying that research labs. Then innovation projects. So currently we are doing some projects with respect to interview board, EC project with respect to EEE. So all these things projects, global opportunities. So now we are not restricted only to Chennai. So Bengaluru, Delhi, Bombay, Japan. So last week I had an opportunity to visit data science SRM campus. So I told students to learn Japanese. So people who learn Japanese have a high chance of getting a job in Japan. So level Japanese, level 1, level 2, level 3. I know a friend who got placed while doing this. Last before the 4th year, she got placed in Japan because of she learned Japanese. So you have to think differently. So you have to come out of your comfort zone, think differently. So learn a skill, learn a language, Japanese. So like French, German. Okay. So these are things. So you have global opportunities. So you can go to Japan, work there for some years. So career outcomes. So what are the things you can become? So already most of the people are engineers. So you can have a career in engineering, architect, faculty. So all these things. So I'm going to explain about industry internship program. So this is mainly for people who are pursuing engineering in colleges. So what are the internships they are providing? So already some of the people are doing internship. So here if you can see, so already we have shared this to SRM, Institute of Science and Technology, MCA department. As we have shared this to Dr. August here. So he is following up with the students. So here if you can see, I'm going to explain about various real projects. So these are some of the real projects you can do. So internship program. So we have 15-day internship program, a 30-day internship program. So first is data engineering. So there are a lot of things we can do with AI. So data engineering is the foundation. So data engineering is nothing but a person who cleans the data. So every domain I have, I have data engineering. If a student who becomes an intern, they can do 3 projects. Data science. So we know that now we are in Gen AI. Everything started with data science. So after data engineering, students also can do data science internship program. So sales forecasting. So how do you forecast the sales? So customer churn. So how many customers will leave a company, may not buy next year. So student performance. So how do you measure the student performance? All these things can be done using the data science with respect to machine learning, deep learning. So these are the things we do. BI. BI is nothing but business intelligence dashboard. So those days people used to work in Excel. So now like Power BI, Tableau. So students can do projects in Power BI. So we are Microsoft partner. We are providing training internship on these things. Full stack development. So website. So back end, front end. So most like a lot of people, 40% of the computer students, they prefer doing full stack development. So front end, back end. So these also we provide internship. So these are the projects they can do. So let's come Gen A. So now everybody knows Gen A. So Gen A is the trending. So you can do these 3 projects. RAG, AI resume builder. So already we have interview bot. So these things, these are some of the projects we give to students who do internship. Agentic AI. So machine learning, deep learning, Gen AI, agentic AI. So agentic AI is something but an AI agent which just work autonomously. So these are the 3 projects we give to them. IoT, Internet of Things. So now everyone is using IoT, AIoT. So these are some of the internship topics we do, and we also give to students. So I already sent to Dr. Abhishek sir. Yeah. So with this, I finish my introduction. So I request Rahul, so who is our AI engineer, he'll be talking about the interview part.
So good morning all. So as Sir said, we have few project related generative AI, and we are also going to pair up these projects with agentic AI also. So to start up the project developments, I would like to start with the interview board which we are building. Okay, so to start with interview board, like I want to ask the professors a few questions. So like when a student he is getting prepared for a interview, so you will be like putting them under a training placement. So what is the procedure, like how do you evaluate that student, is that particular training is really effective for it? Like how do you evaluate him? So once he like gone through the interview training, is he improved or not? Like how do you evaluate that? Okay, so
at the end of the session, for each and every session, we were having the Validation.
Okay.
So from that we can pick it.
So before that, like, do you assess him?
Yeah, there is a software called ERP library.
Okay.
In that we have to evaluate the students before entering to the training session.
Okay.
So that time they have the assessment with the report. So after completing the session, training session also we have to evaluate.
Okay.
So the difference will give us the.
So is that like a role-based evaluation or like a like a general like like evaluation?
I can't be.
Sorry, if the evaluation is a role-specific one, like if he is interested into getting into software engineering or AML, so do you evaluate him based on that, or it is a general
It
specific
is
one?
first started from the general.
Okay.
Then the training will be given for both aptitude and the technical session. So before that also they have the assessment with the aptitude and the technical. And the same will be.
So to evaluate them, so we can use this interview board. Okay. So what the student can actually do is he can come like resume, like upload his resume, and every time he can go through a aptitude test, like a quantitative, logical, and communication. So this is of like an aptitude test. So after that he goes through a resume based like a round. So whatever he had mentioned in his or her resume, from that the LLM will be generating him the answer. Sorry, the questions. So as of now, like the student has to type the answer related to the question. Okay. So what we are now trying to implement is we are converting them into fully voice mode. Like using text speech model, we are trying to make that into a voice mode. So the question will be asked in terms of voice, and student has to reply back in terms of voice. Okay. So this way, like we can evaluate the students how confident his answer is, how technical depth is covering, how relevant the answer is. Okay. So after that he goes to next round, so which is a job based round. So based upon the job description, so he can get interview questions which is aligning with his resume. It will not be fully like general to his job description. So the job description aligning to his resume, from that you will be asking questions. Okay. So similarly they will be answering them. So from there they will be moving to coding round. So two questions from coding round. So he goes through that, like we will be having public test cases and hidden test cases. So he has to clear that. And we can also implement reinforcement learning. So once like he has completed the first time interview, so next time if he want to like not test him, like he has some skills improved, so next time if he comes in, I can implement a reinforcement learning where he will be taking up an interview with much harder level. Okay. So it gets like much more practice. So it will be like a helpful platform while he is attending real-time interview face to face. Okay. So also for organizations, so you will be posting like job opening in the job boards like LinkedIn, Naukri, somewhere. So we are planning to like add a AI agent, so which can go and scrap candidate details from all these like job boards. So like depending upon your job description, so it will be retrieving the candidates, and they can apply through the job portal. And after that, like admin can either based upon their ATS score, they can send him the invitation of the chat, sorry, the interview board. So from there he can attend the interview board. So yeah, so these are the things with a like interview board. So moving on, we will see about Clackbot. So another product which it is under, like currently it is under development. So which is Cladbot. So Cladbot is a university partner. So where students, teachers, and admin will have access in the university. So what is Cladbot is? So within like inside of smartphone or a laptop, the student can access his timetables, uh, like where the particular schedule is, like you will be having some classroom, so where the student want to be, the all those schedules can be displayed over there, and the enrollment. So we can pair them with the LMS, and we can make the like course wise enrollment. So if your college is based on credit based system, so and the student want to make like if the student want to complete at least 20 credits per semester, so using this Cladbot we can make that enrollment happen. So after that we have a chat assistant in this Cladbot. So what it does is like as I mentioned, this is paired up with LMS. So if the student want to learn about this course content, so he can come to this chatbot and he can ask questions. So all those answers, if the student is enrolled in the particular like course, then only the AI will be answering. Rather than that, the AI won't be answering them. So because it is built based upon the RAG architecture. So whatever the general question or anything outside of his course content, if it is asked, it won't be answering. So and it is also multi-language one. So whatever the language you are asking questions, so similarly it will be answering back in the same language. And we also have the attendance tracking. So like once the class is going to start, you can display a QR code every time. Like once the session starts, students can just scan that and mark their attendance also. And also that like teachers can also manually can mark that absent the student. So this can be also done. And we also be having the capability to see the like students performance dashboard. So how the student is performing, like is CGPA score or is GPA score. So likewise we have a dashboard, and we can also post the assignments. So whatever the assignments we are posting in the LMS, so they will be displayed in this Cladbot, and also an email will be triggered when the the assignment is posted. And also if the deadline is near, and again a email will be triggered to reminder the particular student. And we are also giving access where each and every student can make like review their each other assignments. So within the students they can like evaluate their assessments. So that feature also available. And we also implemented academic calendar. So whatever happening in the inside the campus, that can also be displayed over there. And also the internal marks. So whatever the like internal exams is upcoming, so those details can be displayed. And you can also like implement the marks e-score, which also can be displayed under those like exam schedules. So that can also be implemented. So this is of Cladbot. And any questions in this? So currently it is under development, and we are also in talks with several universities where they want to implement this.
It will also show the progress of the learning status also for each resource.
Like how?
I mean, so we have multiple trainings in the LMS portal. Right?
Yeah.
And, we have some mandate trainings which we need to complete.
Yeah.
So is it like only assistant kind of thing, or we'll be getting the update also, like status for the particular training which is assigned to the particular resource?
Yeah, that is what I have done with the email scheduler thing. So once anything related to the particular assignment is posted, the student will be notified through the kind of notification we get from the app and also from the email.
Can it be customized for the institution?
Yes, that can be done. So another development product which we did is AI-powered chatbot. So this AI-powered chatbot, it is built based upon a retrieval augmented generation architecture. Okay, so the main motive of this chatbot was to automate the customer inquiry. So like we don't need a human intervention to answer all the customer or student queries regarding our product or course what we offer. So for that we developed a AI-powered chatbot and implemented that in our object automation website. So whomsoever coming in, so they can directly access the chatbot and get whatever the details regarding product development or course details that can be got through this chatbot. So in the backend, we have used Fast API. So Fast API is a Python framework, so which gives us a asynchronous server. So and retrieval augmented generation. So retrieval augmented generation is the architecture is is the architecture behind every chatbot you are using, because it has several steps. So to start with retrieval augmented generation, we have to start with data ingestion. So data ingestion is nothing but connecting these chatbots. Mainly it will be implemented in organizations or support chatbot. So they should have data related to your organizations or to help a customer. So whatever data that is available regarding this support or your organization, they should be collected. Either they should be stored in a a database, or it can be from your website or a PDF. So okay, so all this data should be gathered and they should be sent to a process called pre-processing, because while retrieving or extracting this content, they may have noise. If the data has a huge noise, the AI may confuse itself, because noise can make confusions while generating answers. So we need to perform pre-processing. Pre-processing is nothing but cleaning the data. So after that, they will be going to a chunking. So all these LLM, they have a context length. So if my document or input, whatever I'm giving, if it is of like 100k tokens and my model is only capable of 50k tokens, so there will be a knowledge cutoff. So what I do in chunking is I will be splitting them into half. First input as a 50k token and a second half as a 50k token. So my model one, it will be not neglecting the input I give of 100k tokens. So it will be able to capture all those 100k tokens in half. So this is of chunking. So from chunking we move to embedding. So all this AI can all this AI, they cannot process your input in terms of words or text. We need to convert them as numbers so that the AI can have some understanding. But these embeddings, they capture the particular meaning of the word or a text you are giving as input. So when I say embeddings, they are not just some random numbers generated using their embedding model. So each and every generated embeddings, they carries a meaning related to that particular word or the input you give. Okay, so and after that, after creating embeddings, we will be sending them to files. So files is a vector database. So here in when it comes to generative AI applications, you don't use SQL database or NoSQL database. Here we use vector database. Why? Means these vector database, they can represent the data in the form of dimensions, because all these embeddings, right, they will be stored in the vector database in the form of dimensions. And because these vector database, they are powered with ANN search. So with ANN search, either with IVF or HNSW indexing, they can be accessing the data. So like if I say like millions of billions of data is presented in my vector database, they can be retrieved under one second. And also these vector database can be paired up with GPUs. So we can also perform multiprocessing while retrieving the data. So when it comes to generative AI, we are using vector databases. So after that, we have our LLM model, so which is going to help us for generating the answer. So once it is stored in the FAIRS index, and now the user comes and ask any questions, right? So those questions will be sent to the embedding model, because all those questions need to be converted as the numbers, so that I can send that to my vector database. So we will be performing cosine similarity, because these vector database, they help with retrieving content with semantic retrieval. Semantic retrieval mean when I say AI, and it doesn't go and search based upon keywords. So it goes and search based upon the meaning. So that is what semantic retrieval is. So when I say AI and it goes to the vector database and it gets me content related to AI, like machine learning, deep learning. So whatsoever related to AI, those content will be retrieved based on my top K. So I might define my top K as 3 or 5. So based upon those definition, I will be retrieving the content from the vector DB when the question is asked. So from there, we will be sending this question, and we will be setting some system prompt like how the LLM should act based upon our organization, conversation style, tone. So all these can be set up with the help of system prompt. And with all those system prompt, question, and retrieved context, they will be sent to the LLM. So now LLM chooses the particular content which will be suitable for my question, and using those, the answer will be built. So after that, once the answer is built, it will be displayed on your front end. So this is how every chatbot is built. So in addition to that, we can also set some re-rankers for much better retrieval quality. So this is the chatbot which we are implemented. So when you come to the object automation website, and you can find a floating icon. So using that, you can ask any questions related to our company, and the chatbot will be able to answer that. Okay. So any questions in this?
Is also in terms of text or other business.
So as of now, it can support text and voice.
Text and
Yeah. Yeah, as of now, it does only English.
Let me know the noise removal reversing algorithm for speech.
So now, like for voice, we have implemented the built-in speech model, which is already inbuilt. So like we don't access have access to that. So everything which is built in, we are accessing that. That's it. So I have a FPGA board right here. Okay. So all this whatever generative AI, agentic AI, they need HPC kind of a infrastructure to run all their process. So what we try to do is, we try to run AI models inside this board. We were capable of running machine learning model like for prediction. So what we done is, we trained a machine learning model like using a laptop, and we extracted weights and biases of those particular trained model, and we implemented we got those weights and biases, and we gave input. So using that weights and biases inside this board, it was able to do new prediction. So, but these doesn't support all the libraries we are using in our laptop, like scikit-learn, NumPy, pandas. This board doesn't support. even though we are able to make prediction using this board. Because this is a like low power consumption board, because it cannot run all those heavy libraries. So we have to now train a model outside the computer and get those weights and biases and implement it over here. So similarly with deep learning models, we were able to capture all the weights and biases, convolutional layers. So all those are not transported to this. So from there we were like able to make predictions in the form of image or a text. So those were also like able to be part of this. And as of now, we also run generative AI models, but through only API keys. So we were like we paired them with API keys. So all the inferencing will be happening in the external server, and only the question and answers they will be like displayed within the board. So the future what the future steps is to try to run a generative AI model inside this board. Okay, so like we were able to run generative AI model with the Raspberry Pi. So they are like more advanced board. They will be able to support like heavy libraries, but these can't. So we are trying to implement such kind of a LLM model to be running on this board. Why do we need to run LLM like models on the like FPGA board is we can reduce the consumption of electricity, and it is your data, it doesn't leave this board, so your data privacy, so you can carry wherever you go. So it can be like all the like inferencing can be performed offline, so you don't need a like a internet wherever you go. So you just carry this board and you can perform your AI inferencing kind of thing inside this board. So these are the things as as of we perform. So this is called AJ. So they are like from agentic AI, like AI is like spreading into verticals like artificial super intelligence or general intelligence, AJ. So like in many form of AI, the research is going. So similarly, we are like making some impact, trying new things, what we can do and make a big impact. So any questions here?
How much power it will?
Like they will be answering them. I'm not much related to this. Yeah. So any other questions? Yeah, thank you.
It is in scalable model content.
Yeah, it is.
How much the that also they use.
Yeah, they would say.
So thanks, Rahul, for a presentation on chatbot, entry bot, all these things. So it was more information to all the. I hope it was eye opener to all the participants. So now next thing is we are going to felicitate our chief guest and other guests. Mr. Shah. First, I felicitate Dr. Dilipan, who is our chief guest. So he's our from SRM Institute of Science and Technology. So he's our supporter. The last before. Thank you for coming, sir. Thanks. Thanks for coming. All the way. So we also felicitate Dr. Shandu Gami, assistant professor. Please come. Thank you, sir. Thanks for coming, sir. Thank you for coming. So SRM is more than 5 years they are supporting us. So we have signed an MOU with them. So now I called Mr. Tanay. So I'm feliciting all our ALM. Yes. Awesome. So he's from Canada. Canada is one of the world's best electronic companies.
Thank you.
So now I request Sureka to facilitate the female guest. So first I call Dr. Udeshi ma'am, who is the HOD and BC department. So Wales Institute of Science and Technology for Advanced Studies.
Into all.
So now we Dr. Udeshi ma'am, head of the department data science, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, of going campus. So now I invite Nisha. She's the industry person from IT industry, cognitive technology and solution. She also did our training course. Now I invite our tutor for Nisha, Apna ma'am. So you have a small moment to so the Dr. Triple sir. So small moment to Dr. Krishna. So they discuss. Thanks. Sir. So now so Dr. Krishna. Thanks for coming, sir. Attention. Yes, ma'am. So I invite Dr. Rishi, ma'am. Yeah. Thanks for your support, ma'am. Mr. Sandeep, please come, sir. Small moment. So she's from cognitive technology. We did our generic course. So we also have, so this is the second floor. So this is the first floor. Second floor, we have our office. The ground floor, we have something called the extreme mechanical learning. So where we have tuitions, abacus, so abacus supplement maths, and also various things, phonics, all these things. So Padma ma'am is one of the faculty member for students. So we felt that a small moment. So we'll start our next presentation. So next, our next distinguished speaker is going to be Dr. Vishal Shimar. She is the head of the EC department, Wales Institute of Science and Technology for Advanced Studies. So she has got a lot of patents. Now she's going to talk about encryption. So she's going to talk about encryption. She has given patents for this. I invite Dr. Vishal Shimar. Yes, ma'am.
A very good morning to all the dignitaries from the industry, academic, and my dear students and organizing team. Okay, so this is Dr. Vijayalakshmi from Wales University. I'm the professor and heading the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Actually, I want to share some of the things which we collaborated with object automation. So I have to take few minutes. So I have started the journey with the object automation from last year. So 1 year before I had signed an MOU. So after that we started a very big journey. So that is one very important part. What we are doing this last month is we have collaborated with Object Automation. I have submitted one funded project which is more related on security. So I have to share some of the things related to the security to be built in FPGA. Okay. So I just wanted to share some of the points related to innovation. So the proposed innovation is nothing but it is lightweight pattern based encryption architecture. It is called PBR. This is our work. We already discussed with the object automation for collaboration. So it was an algorithm for secure data communication. So actually it generated 256 viable keys for encryption. So with using 16 different patterns. Okay, so actually the sensor has to sense the data and it convert into 24 byte information. The 24 byte information in the input will be encrypted using our pattern algorithm. So it is randomly selected the direction and it has to make the position of the bytes randomly. So it doesn't require any mathematical operation. So it does not consume more power. So that is the main objective behind this project. We have already submitted in the funding agency in collaboration with Object Automation. So actually, this is the algorithm what we are developing. So in the object automation side, they are supporting us for implementing this in microwatt open power processor pool. So it has to be developed as a processor. The resulting outcome, what we are expecting is open PVR secure sense SOC. So which we are expecting, we already submitted the funded project. This is the one milestone we started with object automation within last 1 month before. Okay. Then next one, actually on behalf of Vistas, we strongly believe that the future engineers must be equipped with the AI hardware. So we also believe on AI will be implemented or using in various domains of ECE, VLSI design, embedded system, IoT, and so. Okay, that's why we asked object automation for signing the MOU and collaborations. Actually, in object automation, a forward-looking technology partner actually it is very forward-looking partner, bringing deep industry expertise in AI solution, embedded systems, and intelligent automation. Actually, one key point with this object automation partnership is exposure given to our students and faculty in designing intelligent hardware. Students are encouraged to work on projects like VLSI, design concepts, and FPGA based development of the core process. And then three more points I wish to share. And in collaboration with Object Automation, they have provided the training and skill development for our students. So the feedback from our students is very much highly appreciated by the management and the faculty members of ECE. And the internship after completing the training and skill given by Object Automation, they have selected few students from our department. They are in internship now. Now also they joined. Okay. Then in the research collaboration, we already discussed with the founder CEO, Mr. Ganesan sir, for collaborating the various projects related to AI integrated with VLSI and AI integrated with embedded systems. And at Vistas, particularly in Department of ECE, we are actively integrating artificial intelligence with core domains like VLSI, embedded system, IoT, and 5G communications. So areas like HAA, TinyML, AI-based signal processing, and hardware accelerators are being explored extensively. So for these things, we wish to collaborate with the object automation. So at last, in my conclusions, the collaboration between Vistas and object automation is significant step towards building the future-ready ecosystem that integrates artificial intelligence with VLSI and hardware design. It reflects our commitment to creating engineers who are capable of designing not just an intelligent algorithm, but intelligent systems. So we are very happy with signing with object automation. Thank you for the opportunity given for me to be here.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's Rahul has explained about the interview board, right? It's some of the students attending the interview board from SSM, DMI, and SRM. See, I will request Varuni to talk about interview board experience and internship experience.
So, good morning, everyone. Myself, Varuni, I'm pursuing my BTech degree in SRM Katangattur. I joined as a research intern at Object Automation, where I'm also pursuing intensive generative AI course. So, every day I work with large language models, prompt engineering, APIs, and AI-powered workflow, which can lead to solve the real-world problems. I'm still learning every day, and that's what makes the journey more interesting. Today, I would like to share my journey with you all. So, like many students, I also explored different parts of computer science like web development, app development, cloud computing, and etc. But when I first explored AI, responding to whatever I say and answering my questions and generating the code, that made me like more interested. So, I got to know that it is not just a software application; it is a technology which can actually understand the context. So I didn't want to simply watch the transformation. I wanted to be a part of it. I want to build an AI system. So that is what gave me an inspiration to join here. So firstly, I started to learn about the evolution of AI. Firstly, it started with machine learning. Then it came to deep learning. Then it came to foundational models. At present, the models can even do the work we want it to do. So then I learned about transformers. At modern AI, every AI agents like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini is everything built on a transformer architecture. So when you type a sentence, it is first broken into small tokens, and the tokens are converted into embeddings. And then comes the most important mechanism, which is the self-attention mechanism. In self-attention mechanism, the model can understand which words are related to one another. So with this mechanism only, it can predict the future answer or it can generate the answers. For example, uh, in prompt engineering, many people think that asking questions to ChatGPT may solve the problems, but that's not the truth. The how better we ask the question, that better it gives the output. For example, I'll give an example to show which is a better input. For example, if I give a write an email, it gives very little context. But if I give it write a professional internship acceptance email, it is much better. But if I'm giving a better prompt like you are an HR professional, write a like formal internship acceptance mail under 120 words with a polite tone. I'm giving the AI a role, context, and what it should do. So this output can generate more better and customized output. So next is future of AI. AI is moving for beyond chatbots. Technologies like RAG is allowing to retrieve information instead of relying on memory. Vector databases help AI search information based on meaning rather than exact words. Fine tuning allows organization to customize models. Then AI agents are beginning to complete entire workflows instead of simply answering questions. So now I would like to briefly explain about the automation system I built. So I have built an AI social media automation system stage by stage. So stage one, I built the backend using Fast API, then a modular agent architecture. I integrated it with Hugging Face transformers and used the Salesforce BLIP model for image understanding. Then I connected the Grok API with Llama 3.3 model for AI interface. Then I applied prompt engineering to generate multiple captions and A or B testing. Then I built an AI hashtag generation using LLM. Then I added a scheduler agent to post, like if I want to post it beyond 10 days or 12 days, it can automate it and automatically publish it to Instagram and LinkedIn. So it understands uploaded images using AI vision. It can also predict the best posting time. It can suggest improvements for future content. So I finally thank my mentors, Sir Bandhan Sir and Surita Ma'am for the continuous guidance.
Thank you, Varni. As she said, she's a student of SRM Katagurto. So she finished our Chennai course and she's doing projects under Rahul. So now I invite Mr. Kirvanadi, who's our chip design engineer. So three things: the next 10 decades, it's going to be 10 years, going to be AI, chip design, quantum computing. So we focus on AI and chip designs. So we have some chip design engineers here. Mr. Kirvanadi is a chip design engineer. So recently, he and along with Jagan, they conducted a workshop for Vistas. So then, as ma'am said, we have picked 4 students, given selected based on the entry board, and they're currently doing a 6-month internship. So every Saturday they come here, they do internship on VLSI, all these things all well. So now I request Kirvanadi to talk about chip design.
Foundation. So that's a foundation from where we are created by IBM. So where we have the open source like the software processor like microwatt. You may have seen this like so the basically the microwatt is a open source software processor. It's a CPU processor where it's been fully open source under the this open for foundation, and we have several process like K2 core also under this open for foundation. The main idea is to like make this architecture open source so that like the students and researchers can try and like get an idea like how this processor has been working. Can see this the GitHub page for the microwatt. With this, the microwatt has been built under the architecture of the Power ISA. That is the Power ISA architecture that has been used under the IBM. You will get overview of how the microwatt has been working, how the CPU has been created. So here with this, like we can get the pipeline of this microwatt that works under the 5 pipeline stages called the fetch, decode, execute, memory, and sorry. You can to get an overview of like how this CPU has been working. So under this microwatt, so like we test some. We do some use cases like to boot Linux into this microwatt. We have seen this FPGA board like what we are using. So this is named like Arctic FPGA board. So basically, this FPGA board helps you to flash the code like you can program it. You can reprogram it number of times. So with this, like we just make this microwatt code a bit file. So we convert the software code into we are going we to implement it into the hardware. So we just convert this microwatt into the bit file, then we flash it into this code. Then we can test this the process of how it works. So additionally, this microwatt has been built with the support to run OS. So you can see this micro. It's not just a toy processor. It's like a real processor where we can run a Linux into this. So as a part of this, we try to boot a Linux OS into this microwatt processor. You can see the steps like to generate a image like and then flash it into this microwatt. So basically, we create a separate Linux image to run to this microwatt PowerPC processor, and then we flash it into this FPGA board. Then you will get the microwatt with a running Linux OS, where we can perform some operations like, as Rahul said, some AML operations. So that's one thing. Then where in that AML, like we also trying to build an edge device, like where we connect sensors to this FPGA board. Then where from the sensors, like it transfers the data directly to the Linux that has been running into this microwatt. So where the data that will get like used in this the model like to predict, and like it will give you the better response instead like storing it directly to this cloud platform and then retrieve the data. We just directly using the data to the uh, model like where the thing is running inside this Linux. So that will help you to get a faster response to that. And then like and the further thing like we used to add some custom instructions to this microwatt. So since it's an open source, like you can we can try add sets like two sets of instructions as a part of this to the microwatt. Then Then we have the another one open source tool from they call the Open Road. This Open Road will it is an EDA tool. So which this Open Road tool it's an EDA tool which helps you to perform to generate a GDs to layout. So if you see, right now we have seen that microwatt code. So that has been built the process. So to generate a chip. So before sending a chip to fabrication, that to make a chip, we have to create a layout. That we have some certain steps like to create a layout from synthesis to like the routing. Then you will get a final layout. The layout is look like something like this. So this is like you will where this layout you will send it to the factory for the fabrication, and they will make a chip out of it. So to generate that layout, like we have certain steps from synthesis where you will convert your RTL code into the gate level netlist using the technology file, using the technology library file. If you see the current market, like we are using the Synopsys right now, we move into like generating the layout under 1 nanometer and all. So, likewise, similarly, you can try with this open source tool, Open Node. But here we have some open source technology file like up to 45 nanometer, 45 130 nanometer. Like that, we can get the technology file and we can generate the layout of it. So we already have generated the layout for the microwatt under the technology file of 130 nanometer. So the thing is like we have the microwatt RTL code that we have actually showed you in the microwatt GitHub file. Then we will convert the RTL code into the gated netlist in the synthesis process. Here we use another open source tool called Yosis to convert the for the synthesis. Then we move to the floor planning where so then we move to the first stage in the physical design, that is the floor planning, where we will create a layout of a chip, that is the size of a chip. Then like we just give the core and die area. the core area is the inner square area that you seen here, right? Then the outer square area, that is the area that details that you will give inside this floor planning. Then we will place the macros. The macros is the predefined IPs that where we are going to use it in the chip. Like we may have in this microwave like some RAM ROMs inside this to generate a chip. So that IPs that the macros that we will get placed in this floor planning stage. Then the pin get placed. That is the input output pins that will get placed in this floor planning stage. Then after this floor planning, we'll move into the power planning stage where we'll try to distribute the power supply into the core area. So from the IO pins, from the pins like we transfer the supply to the core area using the pads. So where we have some sets of metal layers, that is the metal wires that will be passing inside the core area. It will be differ based on the technology. So if we go into the like when you reduce the nanometer size, the like the metal layer will get increased. So from there, so from outside the current will get transferred to the from IO pad to the metal layer. Then from the metal layer to the cells that is being placed inside the core area. Then like this, you can see from IO pad to the steps, then to the rails. This will be the rails that will be passing through here. In between that, we will place the cells. Then from this relay, that it will give supply to the cells. So that after flow planning, that will do this in this power planning stage. Then the placement stage comes like where we place all the standard cells that will be needed in the design. Then the next stage is like the clock trace stage where we try to minimize the timing. Like that is like we have the clock pin that the aim of this clock trace stage is to transfer the data to the flip flop at the minimum time. That is like we have at the equal interval of time we need that all data that need to be transferred from the clock pin to the flip flops. That timing that we will check inside in the clock trace synthesis stage. Then so that will be checked in the clock trace synthesis stage. Then the final stage, like where the routing take place, where we'll connect that metal layer to the actual standard cells. Then we'll check for the DRC check. That is the design rule check. So we have from the foundry, we get a file like the DRC checks. So with that, like we have to check. So there you will get a detail like what the metal layer width should be and how it's like we have such rules to design the layout. So after this routing stage, we will check for the DRC. So if any rule has been violated, that will run under that DRC check. That we will check for any shorts or open has been there inside the design. Like if it run any, so we will redesign that in the final the DRC stage. Then you will get a final layout. That layout we will send it to the factory for the fabrication. So that where we used now with the Cadence Synopsys tool. Likewise, similarly, we have an open source tool. So like that, anyone can download and access this EDA tool with the free PDKs. Like you can try to generate a chip. Then we can make it fabrication. So as a part of that, like we conducted a hackathon like the previous year, where we selected the three top winners with that. So in that, like one chip has been already made. So where we send it to the factory and they made a chip. So with the help of the micro processor, they had generated a chip. That's been ready now. So our plan is to like get more chip. So from students like to participate in this hackathon and they come with an own plan. Like then we will make a chip out of it. Then another thing is like we also collaborate with the IIT Bombay and we had integrated the microwatt in that microwatt the eSIM. So that eSIM is a simulation tool that has been developed by the IIT Bombay, that we just tried and integrated it into this microwatt. that has been successfully integrated. So we also have some further plans with them, like to in the next 2 or 3 months, like we planning to conduct a hackathon on that so using that microwatt. So yeah, the students like they can participate in the hackathon if their idea is good. Like if it gets selected, we will sponsor them. We will make a chip out of it. So that's the aim of that. Then yeah, additionally with that some AI programs that we were trying to build and run inside the Linux, that what we had put it in that microwatt code. Uh, yeah, that's it. Like and then similar to that FPGA board, like we have another one board like this Vega processor. This is like an Arduino board, like we have seen, but this one has been fully made in India by CDAC. So with the RISC-V architecture, they had made a board with this like its name like Vega processor. So you can check they will also conduct hackathon. So where we you can run and like design an IoT with this Vega processor. So this like it's fully made in India with the RISC-V processor. So similar to the RISC-V processor, like we can also try with the Power ISA processor, and we can make a chip or like a board like this in future too. If you want, since it's an open source, like we all can try and do. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Kumar. I invite Mr. Sanjay Kumar from Canada to talk about the industry.
Good afternoon now. It's not we started with good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. Nice to be here, guys. Okay. So I'm Sanjay Kumar. I have overall of 20 plus experience in the IT field in software testing itself. So I just started my career in a startup and then moved on to different organizations. Now I ended up in Caterpillar. With Caterpillar, I'm working for 6 years, and things are going. As you all know, everywhere it is all about AI, wherever you turn. So it is a mandatory for us, for every Caterpillar people also to take up the AI stream now. So that's what I was also looking for, some opportunities. I got linked with Mr. Ganeshan sir somehow, and he wanted me to come over here and have a chat with Rahul. So I had last week I had a discussion with Rahul, and now I'm here. So today I just wanted to share some of the information that, or the development that is happening in Caterpillar side on the AI front. When it comes to AI opportunities in Caterpillar, so before that, I would like to ask you one question, which is the hottest language in the IT industry now? Can anyone tell me which is the hottest language in the IT industry? We just give it right now, no issue. No.
Full stack.
Huh?
Full stack.
What?
Full stack.
Full stack. It's the hottest language.
Java.
No. One clue. It is not a technical one. Java. No, it's not a technical one. Exactly. Yeah, he got it. So the hottest language is English, guys. Okay. So how much you're good in prompt engineering. So that much is the output that you can gain in AI. So the reason why I pointed this is, so we all started in Caterpillar. We just got Microsoft Copilot, which is a AI tool, Gen AI tool from Microsoft. It's a licensed one. So we have been provided a license for each and every seat license for each and every one. We got a license from it's an industry offered license for venturing into the AI. So that is how the way the AA journey starts for every individual who works in Caterpillar. So we started, writing the prompts on our own. There is no proper training or courses we underwent. So we just started by ourselves by watching some of the YouTubes or some tutorials and lectures, and that is how the way it started. Slowly we made mistakes, and we learned it. The AI model also made mistakes and it learned it. So the moment when it gives a wrong input, wrong output, right? When we provide, no boss, this is wrong. So kindly tune it in this way. Kindly give in this form and that form. So that girl provided. That girl just talked about the role, context, the input information, instructions, constraint, and all those stuff. So that is what the pattern you should follow in giving the prompts. So we slowly structured it. We slowly dive into the proper structure of how the prompt should be used, and so we use the prompts for our daily assistant. in this code, you kindly refactor me. So how to use a variable and how to take the variable out. So this sort of small assistance we ventured into the prompt, and then now it becomes to the point where, as Sir mentioned, right, it is a generative AI. We started generating code, the development code or the testing code or the test cases, or be it an automation code or implementation wise, right? Slowly we got into the development of code. It is where exactly the agentic AI comes into place. So the agentic AI is, we have several different roles in agents. This agent is specialized in developing the web UI. This agent is specialized in API, development of API. This agent is specialized in analyzing the requirements and produce a proper test cases. This agent is specialized in writing the automation scripts for the requirement. This agent is specializing in the DevOps part of it. So likewise, we have all the different part of agents, agentic agents in playing a different role, and we equip all those agents and fine tune to the point where it gives the best output of all. And then we comes to the point where it's called an orchestration, where we combine all the agents to an orchestration mode, where if you provide just one input at this end, it slowly passes stages to stages, and finally it becomes it gives us the proper refined or the structured output at the other end. So we like a baby crawl. We step by step we moved on to the point where we took assistance from Copilot. So now we are to the point where we are able to generate an end-to-end code for an entire application, be it a bug fix or implementation level, or DevOps point of view, or deployment point of view, CI/CD pipeline. So all these things will be covered inside the agentic code. So this is how all these things have happened just in a short period of less than a year. So the industry is growing quite rapidly, guys. Okay, so try to catch it up. Okay, I know there are a lot of exciting and enthusiastic youngsters I could see. A lot of interested people are there. So I'm just sharing an input from the industry point of view. So that is how the way the industry grows. And apart from that, as we all know, CAT predominantly involves in machinery. So we create machines for earth moving and for any other equipment. You could see the lot of metro construction is going on, right? So all the machinery is not, they belongs to different brand, SANY or Hyundai. They use, our metro construction uses different, but not CAT, because CAT is not dominant in the APAC region. CAT is more used in Europe, America, and South America, not heavily in Asia region. I don't know why the market is still into climb up for Caterpillar. So we manufacture those machines, and IT part is totally taken care by us. The entire management of or the operations of the assets, like be it the small sensors to the movement of the machine, so everything has been taken care by the development part of it. So each and every data is monitored. So I think some of the data people are here. So every data of the machine, like even a single degree of the movement of the machine is being captured and sent back to the database. So we maintain a huge database for the health of the machine, utilization of the machine. So everything is analyzed, analytical part. So a lot of things are happening, AI level on Caterpillar. Apart from that, we also have a separate division called autonomous engineering. Think of, about the driverless cars, right? So we all know what is a driverless car. Tesla uses a driverless car, quite rampant in US. So nowadays, think of the driverless asset. CAT mission, such a big mission it is. So such a big mission going without driver in the streets or within the site is something a huge challenge one. So CAT is right now involved in it actually. It's a huge challenge. In fact, it involves a lot of aspects like deep learning, as you guys said, the visual conversions, signboard reading. So many things are there involved in it because it's a huge asset. So we are heading to the point where with the asset has to enter the site. It has to take a separate route. It has to take a predefined route in a day, starting from 8 a.m. 9 a.m. it has to go here, 10 a.m. it has to go here. It has to do this operation. Likewise, end-to-end automation. So that is what CAT is involved in a research space as of now. So that's what it is. And also on drone level, also we have a lot of progress that's been going on the drone level. So a lot of exciting things are going on AI front for CAT. So for me personally, I'm more interested in right now I'm being at the end user for agentic. Like we used to write prompts, we manage the agents for our output. So I just want to get into a level deeper. I want to create an agent. So I want to see how I want to operate my own agent. I want to create agent and operate it, put it into the deployment, hot deployment. So that is what. So that is how I got linked into Ganesh and Sir, and now I'm here. So a lot of opportunities are going on. Yeah, this is what I would like to share with you all this. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So thanks, Mr. Sandeep Kumar, for giving your inputs on industry. So now I'm going to talk about business intelligence. So now everywhere we know data. So as data, everywhere we have data. So raw data, it's always messy. The data has to be cleaned so that only we can create a machine learning model or anything. So those days we used to have Excel. So now also people are using Excel. So Excel is a workbook. It has many sheets. So what is the drawback of Excel is each sheet has only around 10 lakh rows of data. So now we are there of big data where we need to have store large amount of data, process large amount of data. So this can be done with the help of BI tools. So BI stands for business intelligence. So I'm going to talk about Power BI. So people are professors are here and also students are here. So mostly this will be useful for MCA students and MSc data science students. So a lot of opportunities are available for Power BI developer. So now BI, MCA students, data science students, they can have a career in BI. So like if you open LinkedIn, you can see there are a lot of openings for Power BI developer. So Power BI is similar to Excel. It's like you can say an advanced version of Excel. Excel, we have only one workbook, multiple sheets. But in Power BI, we can take data from anywhere. It can be from CSV, it can be from Excel, it can be from cloud, any type of data, we can any file extension we can take. It will be stored as a table. So in Power BI or any Tableau, so most people will be knowing Tableau also. So both of them things are same. So it gets stored as a table. So I'll just show, I have a PPT with me and also I have a Power BI. So we have Microsoft partner. So your partners are Microsoft. This Power BI is a Power BI stuff is free tool. Anybody can download it from the net. It's free of cost. So we can also have a good look at it. So before this, do you have any questions? A lot of presenters spoke about various things. Do you have any questions or suggestions? They can please let us know. So I'm going to join through my meeting. So before I go into PPT and giving a demo in Power BI, and just show how it. So in Tableau we call it as a dashboard. So in Power BI we call it as a report. Basically, it is nothing but a collection of visuals. So in Excel sheet you create a bar chart, column chart, pie chart. So each visual is for different purpose, specific purpose. So we need data, we need visuals. So basically, a dashboard or a report is nothing but a collection of visuals. I'll just show you a Power BI report. Then I'll go into the demonstration. So let me share my screen. So why do we bring this topic is because since we are a lot of people are from the IT education industry, see we want our students to get benefited. So there are a lot of openings for Power BI. So Okay. Okay. So this is how in Power BI we call it as a report. If you use Tableau, we call it as a dashboard. So it's nothing but a collection of visuals. So can anyone tell me you have a visual with a word in the center? You have a circle. You have a word in the center. What is the name of the visual? Yeah, very good. So past professor said it's a donut chart. So what is the difference between a donut chart and a pie chart is a donut chart is like an eatable donut. It has a word in the center. A pie chart will not have a word in the center. So mainly it is used for proportion. For example, here we have male and female participants. Suppose you want to know what is the proportion of male participants, female participants. In that case, we use donut chart or a pie chart. So each visual has a specific purpose. So there are a lot of openings for Power BI developer. So Tableau, Power BI, we have a lot of openings. Everything is freely downloadable. So with the 1330, we also provide Power BI course. This is for Microsoft. So I'm just going to give an explanation. So 2 weeks before, professors from Power Engineering College, they came here. So they came for a faculty internship program. I explained about this BI. They are interested about this. A lot of professors, they do research papers, they present papers and all. So they asked, how do I collaborate from various departments information? Can I create a dashboard or a report like this? So they asked me the question. So I thought of presenting to this today. So this is what my final output is going to be. So here I'm going to talk about with respect to education. So what are things we can use? So here if you can see here. So these are the two important things. One is Microsoft Power BI, the other is Tableau. So mainly industry they use these two BI tools only, business intelligence. So what is the main purpose? With the help of like PowerPoint, we create slides and present to our management. We try to explain. Similarly, we create reports, we explain to our bosses or management. So what is our data? Based on data, we try to explain. So what is our income? What is our expenses? What is our revenue? Year-on-year sales? Like with respect to education, we can talk about this. For example, executive overview. Like if you want to know how many students are there in the college, how many departments are there, faculty. So we can create a dashboard or a report. So placements, average attendance. This is one of the executive overview we can create with Power BI. This is academic analytics. So pass percentage. So various visuals like bar chart, column chart, the tree map. So we can choose the right visuals for our analytics. So pass percentage, CGPA analysis, subject-based performance, attendance trends. So like line chart, we know attendance trend means we know whenever we have a trend analysis, we use a line chart. So it shows you upward trend, downward trend, whether it's constant over the years. So we can choose the appropriate visual based on our need. So this is another example, academic analytics. Then place analytics. So after during our final year, people come, various companies come for placement. So company is hiring. So we can create a report, salary analysis, highest package. So these things cannot be done with Excel. So Excel also can visuals, but when you use BI tool like Power BI, it is very eye-catching. So it will be very useful when you want to present to other people. So placement percentage. These are the example. Admission analytics. So applications. How many applications we received? How many people got admitted? So department-wise intake, fee collection. So here I'm just adding few 4 bullet points, but we can have many bullet points according to your own university and department. Faculty analytics. So this is what Power Engineering College. We had last week we had a faculty internship program for the faculty of Power Engineering College. So that they raise this question. So ScopeX, they do a lot of research. They publish papers in various magazines, various publications, Scopus and all. So these things, faculty analytics. How do you want to create a dashboard? So how many publications they have done in the last 1 year or during the tenure? How many research camps? Student feedback, the experience distribution. So all these things can be created by a dashboard or a report. So this is what we can do. These are some of the things with respect to education. I'll just give you a demo, like how a Power BI is there. So now I'm going to open a tool called Power BI Desktop. This can be downloaded free. So we can start trying it. So now we can start trying. It's free. Power BI Desktop. It's very easy only. So this is the home screen of Power BI. So first thing is we call it report. In Power BI, we call it report. In Tableau, if you use Tableau, it's called a dashboard. So you will first thing, I'm opening a blank canvas. So in the canvas, we create visuals. So here, if you can see, this is my Power BI can area. So here we have many things. Here, this is my report view. We have table view. Suppose I have data, I can see my data here table. Then model view. So generally, we will not have one table. We will have a table from the chemistry department, EC department. So there will be many departments. So we have to create relationship between the tables. So that is called model. I'll just show you. I'll create few visuals. So currently, I don't have any data. So first thing, in any Power BI report or any dashboard, we have to bring data. So what you go to this place. So currently, you can see it's a Power BI desktop. I have not given any name. It is an Excel. I'm going to use a CSV file. So I just click Excel. So here I have column admission CSV file, comma separate value. So we can bring data, any type of data, CSV file, Excel file, cloud, Azure, anything, any SAP, from anywhere you can bring data, it will be stored as a table. So I'm going to bring this CSV here. This is related to college admission. So I'm bringing this CSV file into I'm connecting and bringing my data into here. So original data will be there. So whatever I do here, the original data does not get disturbed. It remains same. So here if you can see, it is giving me a preview. So what are the columns? So you can see I have a student ID, age, gender, state, preferred stream, enter exam, like this. So I'm loading this data. So any data I bring in into Power BI, it will be stored as a table. So a table is nothing but a collection of rows and columns. Whether it's a CSV file, Excel file, or cloud file, they get stored as a table. So here, if you can see, I have different panes. So basically, I'll use two panes, the data pane and the format pane. So here, if you can see, there are many panes here. I prefer to use only data pane and format pane. So the data pane, you will have the data. So what is my data? It was my college admission. So we had a CSV file. So let me open the data pane. So here, if you can see, I had a CSV file. The name of the CSV file is college admission. I brought it here. Now it is stored in the data as a table. So if I expand this, you will have columns. So a data table is nothing but a collection of rows and columns. Suppose you want to see the data, I'm in the report view. I can go to the table view. So now you will be able to see the data. So now you can see gender, category, state. This is just a sample data I have taken from the net. So now I go back to the report. So now, for example, I have a gender. So there are totally 25 students, 25,000 students. So now if you can see here at the bottom, you can see 25,000 rows, which means that I have data from 20,000 students. My total count is 20,000. Suppose, for example, I want to know how many students are male, how many students are female. So what you can do, you can bring a visual called table. So here, if you can see, there are 25,000 rows. I have a gender. So gender, for example, if you click this, I have male, female, and other. So I just want to know what is the individual count. So what I do, after bringing data, I go to the visual gallery. Here in the visual gallery, many people would have Excel, bar chart, column chart, line chart, pie chart, donut chart. So here you have a donut chart, you have a pie chart. So what are your need? For example, I want to have a table now because I have 20,000 students. I want to know how many students are male, how many students are female, how many students are other. So what I do, I can take any visual, but I prefer to take table. So now, as I told, a dashboard or a report is nothing but a collection of visual. So I brought a first visual into this is my blank canvas. So what I do, next I have to bring my data. So which column should I take? Gender. So I have a column called gender. So when I select this, or I can drag and drop, when I select this, what will happen? So what are the unique values in gender? We had male, female, and other. So it is going to list out male, female, and other. So now I want to know out of 20,000 students, how many are male, how many are female. So what I can do, I can bring another column. because every column is 20,000. I can bring any column. For example, I bring this column. So now you can see, because all the columns are having 25,000 rows. So now I just brought another column. So now it is giving me a just drag and drop. So very useful DI tool, business useful. So now we have the count, male, female. So similarly, I can do for department wise, research paper wise, all these things. So like ma'am last week she asked Scopus. There are a lot of publications, a lot of websites. So how many professors have done in published in Scopus in different scientific publications? So what are the papers, year wise, subject wise, and also rating, funded. So a lot of things we can do. So here I am just showing you one more thing. So now we saw gender. So now 20,000 we got split. So for example, here if you can see preferred stream. So there are about agriculture, architecture. There are many streams. So what I can do the same thing for the stream also. Stream wise count. So same thing. I can take a table or a matrix. Let me take another visual. So what I do, I click here. I go to the visual gallery. Always you take visuals from the visual gallery. So now I take another thing called matrix. So I'm going to put, what is that I'm going to put? I'm going to put my category. So you can either click this or you can drag and drop. I'm going to select category. So, okay, this is my category, something about, okay, it tells me the category, SCBC, preferred stream. So like I want to know how many students are preferring which stream. There are 20,000 students. I want to know like agriculture, how many students. So what I can do, when I put this column in a rows, it will give me the unique values. Now I can give values. So values I can take anything. So let me take the age. So now you can see here, it is not count of age, it is count of the stream. So I have 2099 students who wants to do agriculture. So I have received application. Out of 22,000 students, 2,099 students want to do agriculture. 2,102 students want to do architecture. So like this we can do. I'm just using a table and matrix. So there are pie charts, bar charts. So we do with various things. So this is what a report is. So mainly for education industry, they can use this. So I just want to give you a demo on Power BI and also use in the education industry, academic industry. So any questions you have with respect to this? How do you, is it free? Power BI stuff you can download from the net. It's easy only.
So can we connect to database directly and generate it?
Yeah, you can do real-time analytics also, like ma'am said. So we can download the data or you can connect to a database, you can take real time. So this Power BI, it supports all these things. So here if you can see, these are the common database. These are the common things. If you go down, you will have different types of databases. Like if I click database, so whatever be the database, it can be a SQL, MS SQL, IBM, Postgres, MySQL. So you have to give your credentials. The data will be downloaded, taken from there. It will be stored as a table. So in Power BI, everything will be stored as a table. CSV file, everything, it will be stored as a table. So generally, we will be having many tables. So maybe I'm data science man was there. So we create relationships: primary key, foreign key, fact table, dimension table. For example, Amazon. So or any bank or Amazon. So everybody is a user of Amazon. So you will have a login. That is a customer ID. So you have a customer table. Similarly, when you make transaction, that is a transaction table. Then you have a products. Amazon is selling a lot of products. You will have a product table. So many tables will be there, and we have to connect the tables using primary key, foreign key. So in a customer table, you will be only one time. So customer ID will be unique. It will be the primary key. The same in the transaction table, the same customer will buy the product multiple times. So the same customer ID will appear multiple times. That is called foreign key. So you will create a relationship between tables. You will have multiple tables. You will create a relationship, primary key, foreign key. Then only you can filter the data. For example, I want to know student ID this much, how much score you got. I can filter. So that is the important thing of dashboard. We can filter our data. So we will have multiple tables. We can create we can create relationship tables. That's called model view.
So similar to Tableau only, we have a backend query. We can write a backend query for the Power BI also.
No, we are called a Power Query editor. So when you want to do transformation, I don't know about Tableau Power Query. We have a backend Power Query editor. So where we can do transformation. So when you bring data, so generally we need to clean the data. So we need to transform data. So we remove unwanted columns or rename the columns, change the data type. So that can be done using the Power Query editor. That's something. This is front end. What I showed you is a front end. So now if I go here, so here I showed you. These are the different databases supports. Your the data can be anywhere. It can be the cloud also, Azure, Azure, AWS. So now here, if you can see, this is my front end. The back end is nothing but the transform data, where it's a Power Query editor, where the data will be there. You can rename a column. You can change the data types. There will be missing values. You can replace the missing values. So a lot of things. 80% of things will be for data transformation, data cleaning. So wherever you have any work, 80% of the data, 80% of the work will be related to data cleaning, data pre-processing. So here, if you can see student ID, suppose I want to change it to some other name, or so you can see 1.2, which means decimal, it's a float. Suppose it's giving me character. For example, you can see the different data types. Directly it has captured 1.2, which is float. Sometimes it may give you as text ABC. So first thing is you have to check whether each column is having the correct data type. Then renaming a column, deleting a column. Then only we create a relationship model. Then only we create visuals. Which first thing is bring data, then clean the data, then create a model. Last thing is only creating a dashboard, because I need to have my data in good shape. So garbage in, garbage out. So data is good, my model, my visualization will be correct. Any other questions you have? So thanks for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I'll invite Mrs. Nisha from Cognizant. She is going to deliver the topic.
Good afternoon. First of all, I would like to thank Ganesan sir for giving me this opportunity. And this is my fourth tech meet. Everyone knows how busy he is, but still, for every tech meet, he used to invite me. And, so myself, Nishanti, and I'm working for Cognizant, and I have like 14 plus experience. And recently, I have completed my generic certification from object automation under the guidance of Rahul. And so initially, like you guys, when I came for the first meet, I was sitting just like that, just seeing a smooth. He was using all the terms like meta database, LLM, all the concepts, embeddings. So I was like just sitting, saying and went. And then I didn't stop there. I went home and I was researching on all those topics, like what he's saying, how to connect all these things. So, like I was like, okay, chatbot is like ChatGPT, everything. If I ask something, it's giving me something, correct? So, but no one knows what's happening behind the screen. So, what are the topics which Rahul said? All these things are happening behind the screen. So, LLM, embeddings, and even she also mentioned all those concepts. So now, um, uh, so so it's like now I came to know like it's not only getting the answers from the AI assistant. There is something more than that which everyone needs to know. So from the certification course, I almost came to know all the concepts, including the agentic AI concepts. And when Rahul was giving the assignments, I thought like I should not go exactly like what he says. I have to incorporate with the real time scenario. So with that, I have created a chatbot as well. Like students, you might have multiple documents, right, to refer and study for the exam. So you doesn't know like in which document what is available. If you want to search for a particular topic, you want to know in which document it's available. So for that, what I did is like I have put all the documents in one place and I create a simple chat bot where I'm inquiring for simple topic, what is embedding. So it will go and fetch in which PDF it's available and it will give me the output. So this way you can save time rather seeing all the documents, referring all the documents and studying, right? So it's all like if you hear it may you may feel simple, but in real time it saves lots of time actually. And currently, after completing this course, I have completely moved out my normal work which I am doing. Now I'm completely into the automation part. And someone said like CI/CD pipeline. So now I even like I can relate everything whatever Rahul is Rahul is saying. I can relate everything. It's not like I doesn't know this topic. I can able to get what everyone is trying to say now. And when it comes to industry, right? When it comes to industry, as I said, like now industries like IT is looking only for the AI. Everywhere it's like AI. Even if you know single thing in AI, it's like, oh, you know this much. Like that they are saying. So now I'm like even they are checking. They have in CTS. We have a fluency dashboard. They are checking like how much we are using the AI, like Copilot and Claude, everything. So in my day-to-day life, I what I do like even for if the mail is like we have multiple mail chains and it's like we can't get all the things right by we have to read entire mail to get the text. So this AI helps me in summarizing the mail and even it will help me to reply what exactly they need, even like analyzing the issues, debugging the issues and writing the query. So like IT is completely like we are now entirely into the AI part and it absolutely saves the time. But as there is one slide which says like AI does not replace people, it removes the busy work. Of course, right? If that takes that work, then we will be like we'll be helping. It will help us to bring more productive work from our side. So because it does 70% of the work, so we can do the rest of the decision making, all the analysis part. Because end point is it's human. We have to decide what to do next, right? So that's what I can say. So if you're listening something I mean I can see like students from every college they are coming in every tech meet. I can say don't simply just listen and go, try to learn even a single word gives you more information. That's what I mean. For every A behind there are so many concepts. If you start learning a single word, okay, single concept, you will get more interest into it. That's how I came and I'm still learning and I will not stop here. And even I am in a position like I gave like 3 to 4 ideas to my project and now I got an opportunity also to work in the same ideas. So I'm completely using the AI now. Now what I feel is I lost interest in doing the regular activity like enhancements, analysis, debugging, all those things, because that's what I'm doing for the past decade. So I lost interest, and now I'm completely into the AI. I'm searching more onto the AI, and she told like she's doing some projects now. After coming to the fourth to meet, I thought of doing projects now. Maybe I will reach today itself. And even I asked help for a few of my projects which I'm working personally. So just try to make use of the opportunity. And that's it. It's not too late. Though you are in first year or second year, try to learn things. Yeah, if I say something, it's might go for you, but AI seriously, I'm saying AI is like it's interesting actually. It's very interesting. Yep. And thanks once again for giving me this opportunity. And of course, people from all the areas, like we are here to share our ideas so that you guys can take at least a single sentence from it and Yeah, you and mainly sir, Ganesan sir is focused on students only. That's what I could see. When I met him for the first time, it's like a normal talk. 1.5 years back, it was a normal talk. But then after January, after attending my first meet, I again reached sir, sir, I want to do something. Can you guide me? He's my biggest support and he's guiding me in all the ways. Till date, he's supporting me. And one week back itself, he told me, Nishanti, this is what happening. Just join us. So that's what he's giving so much importance to the students, and he wants you guys to more into the AI part. That's what it's. That's the future, no? So just be into you, like make use of this opportunity, and just shine in AI. That's all. Thank you.
So thanks, Ishash, for sharing your honest opinion input to your students. So now I request Sritika to felicitate Dr. Vadamati ma'am. No, she's a professor from Katanguruth EC department. She just want to, oh no, just a moment and a short. Please. Sritika will felicitate Dr. Vadamati ma'am, EC department, Katanguruth. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So, good evening, sir. You want to see anything? Okay, so, yes. So, yeah. So now I request Dr. Dilpan sir to say a few words about this AI conclave. Good afternoon, all. So myself, Dr. J. Dilipan, professor and head projects for software and automation SRM Islamabad campus. Yes. So previously, I was the vice principal of Science and Humanities, and at that time, we had MOE with Software Automation in 2023. So at this juncture, I would like to thank Ganesan sir and his team members for organizing many events, sessions, and AI conclave in 2024 in our campus for the benefit of our students and faculty members. So anytime I called Ganesan sir, he said, okay, so we can conduct any events for the benefit of the students, and they organized many internships also. So still many of our students are doing internship here, and so the coming to R&D. So recently we had collaboration with Object Automation, and we plan to submit the innovative patent and the funded project. So already the madam said she submitted the funded project in associate with Object Automation. So yesterday also we had online session with our data science students and HOD and Ganesan sir, and we discussed a lot of innovative ideas from the students, because nowadays the Gen Z students are very sharp. Okay, so at present the world is revolving around artificial intelligence, but now the latest buzzword is Gen AI, autonomous AI, and multimodal. So based on the emerging trends in the industries, our campus, our SRM IST is launching new programs. So in this juncture, I am very proud to say that we started the specialized programs in Gen AI, in MCA and BCA, the 24-25 academic years. So this is the India's first program in the Gen AI in SRM IST, in supporting of our Katanguruth Science and Humanities Dean, Deputy Dean, and Register and Vice Chancellor. So this time we plan to start chip-based programs and quantum computing programs. So already the initial discussion was over with the Ganesan sir. So I think he will coming to India in the month of September. We plan to meet our authorities. So in our campus and Katanguruth campus. So how we proceed with the new programs in the BTech, chip design and quantum computing. So the latest technologies, because nowadays everything is changing. So apart from the core programs, nowadays we have got good admission in the specialist program only, like AML and cyber security and data science. So all these programs already started in our campus.
with support of the Ganesan sir. So anytime I had any doubt, immediately I called the Ganesan sir. So I think you don't know, last 2 weeks, daily I have discussion with the Ganesan sir. Because of yes, yes. He called at 9 p.m. in Indian time, and I called 9 p.m., 9 a.m. in Indian time. So both a lot of discussion was going on for the improvement of our campus, our students. So I think very soon we will have a good collaboration. So by today's AI conclave, the many topics are covered from the bot and chip design. So many industry experts, they had discussion with the latest technologies, and finally the SAR was covered with the Power BI. And even though lot of tools are coming, but as a academician, in Monday we are receiving many data in Excel, and then we are submitting the data to the management in the Excel format only. I think madam also know. Okay, so now I planning to stop this because I have the person from the June onwards as a head automation and software. So now we are planning how to avoid to collect the data through Excel or through Google Drive, because due to this some manual errors, all this entire data will be collapsed. Because our chairman, our management asking the dashboard of clear, pakka data, up to date data. But sometimes the data are lost because we have separate cells, a separate unit in Ramapuram and Kadanglatur. From the Kadanglatur, we are receiving separate Excel format or separate format. So now we are going to streamline everything. But in this time, Kadanglatur campus, they are started the e-governance portal. E-governance portal, we are submitting every details in the portal. Recording paper publication, conference, student events, everything. So from this portal, we can take all the data related to NAC and NRF only. So no need to collect data last minute. No need to, but this portal was very good. So yesterday we had a lot of the dashboard, everything, HOD level, dean's level, and vice chancellor level. All the dashboards are very, there is created in the very pakka manner. So now we plan to develop a academic portal in our campus because it is common to all the institutions only, because every time we are filling the data in the Excel and everything. So we are moving the automation in support of the object automation. I believe that we will do more activities and we will get more achievements in collaboration with Ganesan sir and this team. Thank you.
So thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Veeran, sir. Like as Sir said, even Mr. Ganesan sir was telling me, was talking to Dr. Veeran sir for the past 2 weeks. So now, like we said, 2024 August, we conducted a global AI festival. So the help of him only, we conducted it in the SRM Ramapuram campus. So it was a one-day workshop, one-day global AI festival. So where we invited people from IIT, various industry people. They gave a talk on the students, and we also conducted a successful hackathon. So we regularly, we're thankful for your long-standing cooperation and support, sir. So we regularly get students from intern students from SR Ramapuram campus, from MCA department, data science students. So every May, June, we get a lot of students for internship. So we thank you for that also. So we're looking for this. Thank you. So like before we disperse for lunch, another 5 minutes. So few of our interns will be speaking for each minute. So after the interns start, we'll be dispersing for lunch. Just back for another 5 minutes.
I invite the Yashi from DMI. She is doing intern there.
Hi everyone, my name is Yasmin. I'm currently pursuing my UG degree in Computer Science and Engineering at DMI College of Engineering. I was selected for this internship through Object Automation AI internship interview bot recruitment process. After successfully completing the interview, I was offered the opportunity to join the automation AI research and development internship. During my first week, I had the opportunity to learn about AI development, automation workflows, and the technologies used in the real world projects. I'm looking forward to improving my technical skills, working on real world projects, and exploring AI technologies and learning from experienced professionals throughout this internship. Finally, I would like to thank Object Automation System Solutions and my mentors for giving this valuable opportunity. I look forward to learning and contributing through my internship. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Yoshi. I'll invite like SSM student. Yes, sir, SSM. Yes, sir.
Dindigal. SSM. Dindigal.
So hello everyone. So I'm from SSM Dindigal, currently pursuing my BTech CSPS degree, and I'm working as an intern here. It's been a week. So I have got selected from the interview bot, which was developed by this company. So it's been a week. So I look forward in learning many things about AI research and development. So thank you.
I'll invite Gail student Kirtana. She's doing intern here.
Good afternoon. I'm Kirtana from Wales University. I'm doing internship at Object Automation. I worked on microwatt and A2O PowerPC processor course. I learned the basic architecture, hardware verification, and Verilog based simulation with iCares Verilog. And gained a lot of experience, industrial experience. And this internship helped me to connect my academic knowledge with practical knowledge, practical VLSI concept, and it's really help to improve my technical skills. I sincerely thank the mentors and staffs at Object Automation for their guidance and support. And I also thank our professors from Wales University for giving us this valuable opportunity.
Thank you. Yes, I'll invite SRM KTR now. She's doing intern work.
How to say is my student.
Oh,
Three of my students.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Aparna, and I've recently passed out from SRM Cotton Kolathur campus. So, I've joined here from the last month. So, from the past month, I've been working on A2O core processor, where we have added a few instructions, and we are doing a microwatt project as well, where we are adding a DMA-based accelerator into the SOC files. So, yeah, and thanks, Sureka ma'am and sir for giving this
So
opportunity.
A2O.
Ma'am, it's like a core process.
Almost like again, like two parts of it. A2O and A2O is what the name of the no, shipment shipment A2O, which using open topics, open for our researchers actual activity shipping afterwards. All the features are built by the old features are there. The new features are being like a website for all. That website, a lot of the features are that we are running in the A2O. And so we are upgrading that one. Okay, you people can attend the next week. IIT Chennai, the Sakti processor, they develop.
They're going. They're going.
Already register and what because India, what is the open source advantage? You can explore. You can.
Yes, sir. Yes, my study and your absolutely.
Going now. We are also.
They already registered.
Okay, register.
Thank you.
How do you
Space.
Rajendra, you want to say
Space Rajendra.
Vishesh from SRM.
Hi everyone, I'm Ishwar and I'm from SRM KTR. I recently graduated from SRM and I joined here as an intern, as chip design intern, and I'm learning about the microwatt and the A2O core, and I have added the instructions in the A2O core, and it's like about the means compare the equal bytes this of the two registers, and also the is moving the control registers from the exception register, and it's like a flag bits and the status bits, and it actually makes the C2 processor more faster and more efficient. And I also worked in the microwatt about it, means about its means ISA and how it works, and how can we, and also Rajendra and Aparna is actually worked on the hardware accelerator on the microwatt, and we are in implementation stage into the FPGA, and it actually works fine, and we are going to implement it. And our next objective is we are going to implement the RTL to GDSA flow. I mean, it's like writing the code into the this Vivado, and also using the open source like this open lane and the open road, and then means in the GDSA up to the GDSA flow, and then fabricating the chips. And I want to thank means all the members of the object automation for giving me the opportunity to work as an intern. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Vishesh. Like I invite Zal, Madam Padma. Like even students learning from 11th grade onwards from AI, chip design and IoT thing. She's a phonics teacher there. She's going to deliver some stuff.
It's very great fortunate to see meet all the professors from the different colleges and as well as the industry people. And the only word I can say is known is the drop and unknown is the ocean. So we are all merging into the AI ocean through this object automation team and people. So wish you all the best for the interns who are doing here, and it's really grateful to have been in this part of AI conversation. Thank you. Thanks, Joanna.
I invite Sandeep Kumar sir to deliver the AI talk.
Okay, last time after attending this conference, last time meet,
Yes.
he registered some AI related courses. Okay. He learned a lot. Now he's doing so many magics.
Okay, sir, it's a small number.
I'm Sunil Kumar. I'm working for a media related company, like a system integrator. I would like to know about this AI platform. So last time I came here and learned something. After that, due to some interest, I registered in online platform. So I learned a lot.
So how it is used for the profession?
Actually, my profession is I'm using AutoCAD. Through this platform, I developed a lot, like a list program. It supports my profession, as well as I created a lot of images, templates, kind of thing. It is to impress our customer. So, what could I say? It's a very useful platform for me, as well as our profession.
Creation and rendering the 3D center in electronic.
Yeah. Well, that is what I told images. Images means a studio setup, PCR, production control room, master control room, like a data center, kind of things. I used to create the. Sorry, come again.
Reduced your manual work?
Yeah. See, manually, I took 3 days to create an image, 3D image. But using this AI platform, I created around half an hour.
It will be more
And
interesting.
it is more accuracy also. Lighting and other stuff, I suffered a lot to create the image. but AI platform, it gives very wonderful run rate.
Now he's doing for Gaganyaan project and ISRO projects, all control room. Completely all manpower is reduced by using AI tools.
Sir, one second, sir. Small. One second. Thank you.
Actually, now I have engaged Gaganyaan project. I came Saturdays and holidays to.
So we come to the end of the session. So thanks for all the professors, participants who come all the way to our office. So as a word of thanks, I thank everybody. I thank all the students. So make use of the opportunity. So make use of this internship. So whatever you want, you can ask. Okay, so we'll be able to help you. Yeah. So we'll disperse for lunch. Before that, we'll take a group photo. So I request all the professors and the IT industry people to come here. We'll take a group photo. Then we'll go to the third floor for lunch. So second floor, we'll take it office tour. Second floor, the office. Okay, some of the professors may
Yes, collaborate.
Okay. Thanks for support, ma'am.
Yes.